So I had a realization today, and I think it's that I have been abandoning myself, point blank, period. One of my favorite things to do, literally ever, is to just freaking talk in front of a camera. It's something that I've always enjoyed doing. I'm a performer. At my core, I am a performer. And I think for so long, I've really believed this idea that I can't be that, you know? When I was a kid, I remember being 5 and my parents had built a stage in our playroom at the time, and we had a karaoke machine. And the only reason I really remember this vividly is because we have the home movies, and I was on the stage and I'm singing my heart out and I'm enjoying it so much, and I love it. I love it. And then over the years, it's like life really battered me down, you know, and made me believe that I had to fit a specific mold, that I couldn't fully be myself because it wasn't good enough, which is crazy to think about. But I've been in this job, right, for a month now. It's been a month and like a few days. And I think it's been exactly a month now. And I'm realizing that this isn't me. This isn't me. And I've been feeling really burnt out. I've been feeling stressed out. I've been feeling like, is this all there is for me? Am I just gonna be a salesperson at this company, even though I can do it? Is this what I really want? The answer is no. I don't want this whatsoever, because this isn't me. I'm not that person. I can do it, but I'm not happy doing it, and I feel myself dying. And it's only been a month. And I'm laughing because people go their whole lives and they feel this weight on them of them dying, and they numb themselves, right? With relationships that they probably shouldn't be in, with substances they know that they shouldn't take, with so many different things, okay? There's an infinite amount of, maybe not infinite, but there's a lot of different ways you could numb yourself, a lot of different ways you could abandon yourself. And I don't want to do that. That's not me. I never want it to be me. And when I think about the reason why I stopped making these videos in the first place, is because I think I started to get a bit too visible. And I didn't know how to deal with that. I honestly didn't know how to feel about a lot of eyes being on me, especially when, for most of my life, I've been told to stay back. Don't make too much noise, Sydney. Don't be too out there, Sydney. You're drawing too much attention to yourself. But what if that's what I was meant to do? It's kind of crazy to think about how you as a child is truly the key to unlock what you're supposed to do as an adult. And obviously this has been a long spiritual journey. I mean, I'm sure some people watching this and be like, long? Girl, you're only 29. Yeah, I know. But to me, it feels long. To me, it feels long. And I don't want to abandon myself anymore. I don't think it's good for me. I don't think it's good for anyone. It's not. And if we're just a society that constantly abandons oneself, or whatever the correct grammatical expression is for that, then no wonder so many people are miserable. Like, how? No shit, they're upset. No shit. Like, they're smoking weed every day. They're drinking every day after work. Like, no shit. Because they are not being themselves, and they're trying to distract themselves from the fact that they're not being themselves. And it's so interesting because last week I decided to meet with this tech founder because I saw this app on Twitter and I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like maybe I could build out this company, this workflow that could help optimize my sales process, and it'll make it less monotonous, and I can just like press a button and it'll be all good, and that'll make my life easier. And I started to really look into this. And the more that I started to look into this, the more I was like, do I really want to invest my energy in that? Is that something that really comes natural to me? I could do it. I surely can. But do I really want to do it? Is it something that I really desire to do? Or would I much rather have a friend, have a partner who's really into that and help them with that and like bounce ideas off of them with that and like help them out? But I don't have to do any of the work. Like that's more so my vibe. And then I could continue to talk and maybe promote your company for you. You know what I mean? Like that's my strength, okay? I am a communicator. I am an entertainer. I am not the person who's going to be down in the weeds building something. It's just not me. Like I've tried to do it so many times, and the thing that stops me from doing it every single time is that I genuinely do not get energy from it. I don't. Like I want to, but I don't get energy from it. I literally don't. And it's crazy because I actually really geek out over that stuff, but I don't want to be the one to do it. Like I really don't. And I feel like it's so good for me to know that. And even in my job today, like I left a little early. I left at like 4. We are supposed to leave at 5. But I was just feeling so bogged down. Like I don't even think you understand. It felt like the weight of the world was on me. And I feel like my one time during the day where I'm so excited is when I have lunch and I get to make a video during my lunchtime. So doesn't that say that maybe that's what I should be doing instead of my job? Probably. But I think in a lot of ways, I've had this belief that it's not possible for me. And I think a lot of that comes from programming from childhood, the things you hear your parents say, the things that, but really, it's not even that. It's really the story that I keep telling myself that I literally need to just throw out. I need to tell a new story. And it sounds so simple, but sometimes the most simple things are actually very hard to do because it requires a level of trust, a level of surrender, and you're not going to know how it's going to happen. I am a bit anxious. I'm a bit anxious, and I want to know when things are going to happen, how things are going to happen, why things are going to happen. And if I can't figure that out, if I don't know that beforehand, that stresses me out. And that's just me being very honest with you right now. I really wish I could predict the future, but also, do I really wish I could predict the future? Or do I just want to feel fully calm in every moment and know that I'm always held and that everything's always going to be okay? I think it's the latter. But when will I start to just assume that that's the case and walk it out and not need to know what's going to happen next, not need to know how it's going to happen, with who it's going to happen with? None of these things really matter, right? But again, I think because I haven't had this level of trust in myself, and because I felt so unsafe in my own body and my own self, it's been hard for me to even fathom the idea that I actually am perfect the way that I am. I don't have to try and be something that I'm not. Because when I try to be something that I'm not, I'm no longer in my zone of genius. I'm now like the majority of people who are in competition with others. When you're in a lane of your own, there is no competition because there's only one you. Something to think about. Something for me to think about. I just want to be me. And it's funny because I was on the phone with my grandma today. I was crying to my grandma. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm putting so much pressure on myself, grandma. Like, my grandma's like my best friend. And I was like, yeah, I'm putting so much pressure on myself. And she's like, you need to think of a mantra. Think of a mantra. And I was like, okay. And then one came to me. I can only be exceptionally me. And that's the truth. You can only be exceptionally you. Whenever you start to try and do what someone else is doing, you're not going to be exceptional at that. You can only be exceptional at being you. And the day that you start to walk in that, and you know it, and you don't need convincing, you don't need something to pop up or like a tarot card reading to just let you know everything's going to be okay or anything like that. That, I feel like, is the eureka moment that we all want. It's the eureka moment that I want. And maybe I'm having it right now. I don't know. But for now, I really need to take a shower. So I also have to go to work tomorrow morning. So I should probably go to sleep. Bye.